As I discovered recently with the Vord and the Primord, a one-time deal in Doctor Who is never really a one-time deal, as decades worth of written fiction, audiobooks and comics have substantiated just about every crumb surrounding the Doctor Who pie. That said, sometimes I do long for further TV appearances from beloved standalone Doctor Who monsters. Basically, what I'm saying here is bring back the Axons. I mean, look at them, absolutely bat-plop crazy. A brightly coloured collective of blobby organic alien yellow-orange stuff. An entire spaceship of it, a big pulsating spaceship. Axos was Beauty and Beast merged into one eerie form, and it was unlike anything else in the Doctor Who universe. At first I was planning on giving this a full story rundown like I've done in previous videos, but I thought instead I'd just talk about some of the stuff that I really like. I can definitely see why they don't want to go to the trouble of bringing this foe back. I mean, the set designers built an entire ship for this serial, and it looks incredible. Doctor Who prided itself on making good effects on the cheap, but this does not look cheap. Especially during those scenes, when it uses its powers to exert a barrage of psychic torment on its captives. And I'm going to go out on a whim and say the makeup on these guys were incredible for their day. And these tentacles fly out and blow things up. It's just mad. There are visual effects galore too, your 1970s equivalent to green screen there. Can you believe this flippin' stuntman? The chamber blows up and he somersaults across the room like he's been electrocuted. The distance he covers is crazy. Big props to this truck jump scene as well. The music, the sound effects. Claws of Axos is a true gem. There's just something about the entire look and concept of Axos that really appeals to me. Not in a sense that I'd want to be up there on the ship, I really don't. I just love the idea of deceptive verbal prowess. An intelligent collective that's actually masking a primal desire to eat everything in sight. And in this story it has the added bonus of some supremely fickle human aspirations that make the entire plot that much more interesting. Cue Mr. Chin. Every John Pertwee story had a chin. A reprehensible fuddy-duddy, seeking to ignore all wisdom and morality for a shallow moment of glory. And this is the chin of Claws of Axos. Chin. Look at him eating his chicken drumstick there. You disgust me, Chin, you power-hungry pillock. This is just the kind of one-dimensional wazzock that the Axons need to begin their invasion. Also known, just to make that prospect a little bit more stomach-curdling, as a nutrition cycle. Here's some Axonite. It can power the world. Or you can just keep it for Britain, give me a break. The Axons come supposedly in peace, asking for a bit of fuel in exchange for Axonite, and all they needed to do was tug on vanity strings and make a toad slightly bigger to win the hearts of man. Look at them crowding the spaceship like they're getting ready to go for a night on the town, bunch of clowns. The Axons really just want to consume every living cell on the planet and every form of energy that comes with it. They are scavengers of the stars, capable of changing form, manipulating biology, messing with your head, and absorbing vast amounts of energy. You see, everything here is made from one biological building block. It's all the same thing. Oh yeah, and they can take any form. Handy. And whatever you do, don't come into contact with it. Yeah, this show's got its fair share of body horror too. And their ship is basically like a giant computer. There's your CPU. Pretty eloquent for a malignant parasite. Like David Lynch's version of HAL 9000. Even Doctor Who monsters need a little push for their Earth invasion, which is why our planet in 1970s Doctor Who was full of elaborate science labs, and none more elaborate than the Newton Power Complex. Their little sleeper agent gift to mankind will do its dirty work good and proper in this chamber by sapping the entire country's energy and then spread into the rest of the world. When the Doctor uses expressions like, "the claws of Axos are already deeply embedded in the Earth's carcass," you know it's no joke. I don't know what to tell you about this character, other than to give a big shout out to the actor for diving into a freezing lake fully clothed. For his services, they kill him off. Poor bloke. Once the Axons invade the complex, it's a flippin' massacre. Look at this one strutting his stuff. Unit have no hope. Well, I mean, when do they ever have hope? But in this instance, at least they try. Oh my gosh. And it's not like they're impervious to bullets either. It just simply doesn't matter if they get shot, because their organic structure is all over the shop. Yeah, you gotta try harder than that. Oh no. You guys have got no chance. But the Axons' undoing in this instance is their foolhardy desire for time travel. The supreme irony is that they fell for the same vanity trap that they pulled over the humans. They had the Earth and all of its cells, which is quite a lot, but they also wanted to eat everything across all of time. And on this occasion, they are out of their depth. Time Lord, come on. But they were still a formidable and dangerous foe, and I hope somehow, some way, they bring the Axons back to Doctor Who TV. How could they have passed up on anything that looks like this for that long? If not for Axos itself, then this serial is probably most famed for the superb dynamic between the Doctor and... there he is, the cheeky little scamp. What are you doing there, eh? The Master is playing all sides on this one. Humans, Axons, the Doctor. He is in his absolute A-game throughout. Move over, Sim. That's what a real disguise looks like. And he and the Doctor share a lot of screen time, which results in some of the slickest verbal table tennis in the history of their relationship. Recently, I watched The King's Demons. There's some great stuff between the Doctor and Master in that one. Great, but not as cool as this. And whilst the Doctor is secretly playing the part of bad guy to put the Master out of commission, while simultaneously dropping the Axons in a time loop, there is something wonderful about seeing them working side by side like this. It's no wonder that they recap this particular incident down the line in The Last of the Time Lords. But none of the aforementioned is the true highlight of this serial, and as much as I love the Axons and the Doctor and the Master, they all get outstaged. The true highlight is Captain Yates and Sergeant Benton's thrilling car chase in the final episode. You know Sergeant Benton, you know Captain Yates. Well, this is what happens when you put them on a road trip together. After setting up a perimeter around the Axon ship, the respected unit officers bomb it for safety along a route teeming with Axons. They roadkill the first few before being driven off the road, and that's when things get really spicy. Benton can't shake this wobbly nightmare off his windshield, and Captain Yates has problems of his own. Not only is this Axon attacking him, but he has completely forgotten how to use his machine gun. Yeah, just club him to death, that'll work. Luckily, Captain Yates has a grenade, which he uses to intentionally blow up his own vehicle, giving him and poor Sergeant Benton only seconds to bail before the whole thing explodes, and affording them no other alternative but to walk back along a route filled with Axons. He left the machine gun on the exploding truck. You are the worst soldiers ever, but I still love you. What other Doctor Who stuff would you like me to discuss? Did you enjoy this overview, or should I go back to recapping the episode from A to B? Sound off in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Have a good one.